What's up, Libra? Sorry, I'm a Libra. I'm excited. Welcome to my channel. My name is Danny. Thanks for joining me. This is going to be my first general read for you guys ever. So I'm really excited. So this is going to be January 2018 general read for the sign of Libra, whether that is your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, because we will talk about love matters too. And as you guys know, Venus rules us and she rules love. So what's going to happen is I'm going to pull a couple of cards. It's going to show general energies for your work and finance, your love and relationships, and your health and overall well-being. Then I will pull some cards that shows what Spirit wants us to focus on. And then I will pull some cards that shows potential outcome for those areas, right? And I say potential because it can always change. Spirit can always change. We have free will. This is just for us to look at our lives from a different perspective so that we may hopefully make the best decisions for everybody involved, right? So we're going to do that. Also, I have some advice cards from Doreen Virtue, 2 different decks. I've got the Romance Angels and I've got the Messages from the Fairies. I would invite you guys to look back at this read towards the end of the month, just because sometimes when you look at things at the beginning of the month, things don't quite resonate because not a whole lot has transpired, and you know, totally up to you. Just giving you some tippy tips. Also, no, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Now, I've already shuffled these. But I like to do a couple last shuffs on camera right before we get it cracking. Okay. Okay, let's see what's going on for us for the month of January. I like the first card, Knight of Pentacles. So I'm just going to pull all these. And we can chat it up. Fucking just like a Libra. Sorry. I saw a card that was just so us and our indecisive selves, Lord. Whoa. I'm going to keep these. Okay, y'all. I'm going to keep those. We'll discuss. Let me at least lay them out right. Guys, this is looking promising. I'm cool with it. But I'm only one person. So, right off the bat, I can tell you guys, a lot of us don't want to be in a relationship. A lot of us will be happy about it. A lot of us still juggle work stuff, but we're Libras, right? Let's see, so far we've got 1 major arcana. 5 court cards. In the bottom of the deck, 7 of Pentacles, right? So this is looking at the seeds you've sown and seeing how they stack up, if they stack up, if you were sowing the right seeds to begin with, right? That's what that energy talks about. And yeah, I could see that being a thing. Okay, so I'm just going to pull these last 2 cards. All right. Okay, guys, so I do want to make a note that we've got a lot of pentacles here and a lot of wands. So I do feel like this is going to be a lot, this month is going to be heavily focused on our work, passion projects, things that we really care about on a deep spiritual passionate level, things that we are able to actually sustain and keep up with. Because one thing that we know about Libras is, you know, we're cardinal signs, right? So we're really great. We're the initiators. We're the trendsetters. We can think up a good idea. You know, we've got all the ideas, right? But we're not the best at following through. We're not the best at working it out. We get bored. Our air sign energy, we get to thinking and doing all that weird shit. And sometimes it just gets a little wonky, right? So I feel like this year is really, or this month, excuse me, is really about finding those things we're passionate about and actually sticking to it. And that's really great. That's a really great way to start off the month. And I especially feel that way because remember, bottom of the deck, we got the 7 of Pentacles. So let's just get into this. I'm excited. Okay. So start us off in the work and finance. Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. I like this. Why I like this? Let's get into it. So Knight of Pentacles, let's talk about his energy first. So Pentacles Knights are all about action, right? But the Knight of Pentacles, he's not really moving. His horse doesn't even have a raised hoof. He's the only knight who's just literally stuck, right? In motion. But the thing about this Knight of Pentacles is it's earth energy. So it's really stable. And he's not moving because he wants to get everything together. He wants to get all the facts right, all the information. He wants to do it right, actually build the foundation the way it's supposed to, right? So that it can flourish. Earth energy, especially Knight of Pentacles, they don't just jump into shit just willy-nilly. They really think about it. And I feel like this has been a struggle for us. You know, because sometimes we just want things now. And it's something that we've been kind of fighting with. But fighting and winning. You know, 7 of Wands, yeah, he's fighting, but he's got the upper hand. He's above all these wands. These people are beneath him, and he's literally jabbing them from the top, right? So I feel like for us, it's been a struggle in the past. I know 2017 was a little bit of a struggle with, God, it felt like everything. But I feel like this is saying Libras are going to be ferociously and consistently fighting for the things that they want, for the things that they're passionate about. And it is going to take some time, and it is going slower than we expected, but it's going. It's going, because whatever this is only, it feels like it's only the beginning. Whatever this project or thing that you're working on, it feels like it's only the beginning, right? So it's not quite to the point that it's picked up steam, but it's been heavy on your mind for a long time. It's been something that you've been working on secretly for a long time, right? And you're ready to get it off the ground, and you will get it off the ground. But I feel like this is right that point before, like you're figuring out all the details. You know what I mean? Like you're writing a paper for school and you're going back and editing all the shit before you turn it into your professor, right? It's like at that very last step, because what Spirit wants you to focus on is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, this night is about action. This night goes towards what he wants, and he's successful at it. He's powerful. He's passionate, right? So, you know, maybe there's a fire sign in your life that's kind of helping you with your work. This could be a supervisor, another colleague or something. Maybe it's someone who's going to come in and kind of help you if you're doing passion projects, things like that. Maybe someone who just inspires you and kind of picks things up, right? I do feel like you're going to pick up steam ahead. I just feel like right now it's just like you're just kind of starting. You're gonna keep going. Outcome or potential outcome, Two of Pentacles. Now this is when I was laughing. I was like, ugh, that's so like Libra, right? Because Two of Pentacles is juggling. So, and it's a pentacle, right? So it's earth things. So it could be juggling what you want at work. It could be juggling how you want to present a certain project to someone, or how you want to do a certain thing. And what I feel like has been the delay, and why things, maybe you've been frustrated and feel like you've been fighting to get these things started, is because typical Libra, being indecisive and not quite being clear on certain things that would make this process move faster. So Libras, it's always the case with us, but as you get clearer, things will start to move. So focus on this, and how you're going to focus and get clear is focus on things you're passionate about. Focus on things that excite you, right? So that this can just turn into Three of Pentacles or something, or Ten of Pentacles. Like this weighing out energy. And it could be that with this new project or in this new job that you're doing, that you're still having to juggle your old job, or trying to find the balance of how to incorporate this new idea just into your life. This is a general read, so it could go several different ways. But whatever it is, I think that we need to learn to be a little bit more decisive, because that way, whenever we make decisions and stand, firm in our decisions, which I will say Libras are good for. Yes, we take a long time to decide sometimes. We just like to think about it, right? But when we decide and we make a decision, that's the decision. Like there is no swaying, right? Because we went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, thought about it a million times from 15 different people's perspectives. Like I decided, I said what I said, right? That's very much Libra energy once we decide. So I think what Spirit's trying to tell you is focus on these things. Focus on these things that drive you, that make you excited, make you feel like you want to rush forward with them. And then this goes away, right? This indecisive thing goes away. Libras, we got to learn how to make decisions. It sucks. I agree, but we got to do it, okay? Now, love and relationships. Nine of Pentacles. King of Swords. Let's talk about the cards. Nine of Pentacles. This is, as my angel likes to say, this is a bad bitch on wheels. Not my angel in my head, my person named Angel. Doesn't matter. We'll get into that later. Bad bitch on wheels, right? This is an independent, abundant energy. This could be male or female, doesn't matter. The sexes never matter. But this is someone who stands alone, happy with a falcon and her little sickening smock in the field, with all her like beautiful harvests behind her. This is someone who's made things happen on her own. Look at how she's stacking up her things nicely, right? And happy to be alone. Perfectly fine, right? And then you've got King of Swords. King of Swords is our energy. King of Swords is clear communication, right? The King of Swords, he is very logical. He uses what makes sense before he goes with what's in his heart, right? And the reason why he does it too is because he's kind of always worried about the overall, what works for everybody. It's like, no, this just has to go this way because this has to go this way. It's like with Libras, you know how we have this thing about being very diplomatic, kind of the same thing. Now, something to be careful with the King of Swords is he can also be manipulative because he's hella smart. He knows how to twist and turn his little words and confuse people and just kind of get what he wants, right? That's very Libra too. We can do that, I will admit, especially Libra men. Lord, no shade. I love you guys. I'm like that too. But I feel like a lot of people are coming into their power as far as relationships this month and being like, nah, actually, I like being alone. I like it. Unless you can supply me with something better than being alone, I like her right here. And let me tell you what I like. Let me tell you what I'm about. This is what I will deal with. This is what I will not. These are my non-negotiables. If you want to deal with me, this is what it is. If you like me, this is how I like it. Otherwise, she's fine. I'm fine, honey. I'm fine, right? I'm fine. So I feel like a lot of you for the month of January are kind of starting off this year wanting to be single and focusing on your work and focusing on building your foundation, right? Four of Wands is all about foundations and building them successfully, building them strong. And I always see 1111. So it's like everything that you've manifested, you're making it happen and you're doing it independently. Even if you're in a relationship, it still feels like you're in a relationship where you almost feel like you're doing it independently, right? Maybe there's not enough love. Maybe there's just, it's a relationship that works because it works, but maybe it's not heartfelt. So in a way, you feel single. In a way, you feel like you're still doing this on your own, right? If that's the case, what's the point? Right? I've been in relationships where I felt single. What is the point? That's actually lonely, you know? Because all I know is Spirit's telling you to focus on foundation. Now, this could be building a foundation with your partner. This could be bettering your relationship with your partner. This could be incorporating more love and passion and family time and stuff with your partner. This could very well mean that if you are already in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, I do feel like that's what that means. You know, if you guys are just, what's that term? Fly by night lovers? I might have made that up. It doesn't matter. I feel like you guys know what I'm saying. But I feel like either way, whether you are independent and you're telling someone, no, I like being single unless you can supply better, unless I can be happier with you. Otherwise, I actually am good with my independence. Because Libras actually, although we are all about partnerships and relationships, we love to be alone. Like, we don't have a problem being alone. We're very independent. If being in a relationship is going to be like pointless, right? So it's either you're telling someone that you're dealing with who could be a fellow air sign or an earth sign or just someone who exhibits those qualities. You could be telling them, you know what, I'm just gonna continue to focus on what I need to do for me. I'm trying to build an empire right now, and this is just a little distracting. Or you could be telling your partner who maybe just hasn't been feeling very loving lately, you know what? Let's switch some shit. It's the beginning of the year. Let's make some relationship resolutions. Let's promise ourselves that we'll have a date night every whatever, and let's, make plans to have a sitter for the kids, and let's, whatever the situation is for you. Of course, this is a general reading, so it's going to resonate differently with everybody, but I do feel like either way, you are building your foundation in terms of what you want out of love, what your idea relationship, partnership, home life looks like. And you're either doing it by yourself or you and your partner are like, you know what? This is worth it. We're going to do it together. And what I see is success. Potential outcome. You got the Sun card. That's success. That's happiness. That's seeing the light, coming to the light. Look, the little baby. That's family. The sunflowers. Like, this is, passion. Sorry, guys. I'm still not used to this. This is passion with this red flag. Like, this is legit. Either way, you need to either be stepping into your power of our King of Swords energy, whether you are a man or a woman, and saying, no, this doesn't work for me. Yes, this does. Either way, you're building your foundation and you are going to be happy. It is going to be good for you in terms of love. Because either you've got that self-love that's just, what you need, or you've got love from somebody else. But either way, you're building your foundation, honey. You're not worried about the rest, with or without, right? And I feel like either way, it's a good month, whether you're single or you're with someone. Very few of you, I feel like, will be using your King of Swords energy to cut and become this Nine of Pentacles and build your future on your own, and you will be happy about that. Some of you, either way, I feel like in a loving situation, Libras overall are going to be pretty happy with the way things work out. you know, because whatever it's working out, whatever's happening, it's whatever you manifested already. So again, go back, think about the seeds you've sown. Think about what you've been manifesting because it's popping up. You're building that foundation. 1111, you're getting that manifestation coming through, right? Okay. Overall well-being, Page of Cups, Queen of Wands. Great cards, right? Some of you, I feel like, are feeling a little sexual this month. And I feel like you're going to have good luck and have fun with that. And I say that because you got the Queen of Wands. Now, Queen of Wands, she's sexual, okay? She's the only queen in the whole deck that's looking at you face forward with her legs spread apart, right? She's about that action. And she's a fire sign. She's fiery. She's passionate. Some of you guys may be coming into a little love thing with a fire sign. And it's making you feel good, right? Some of you. A lot of you, I feel like you're just really getting into your intuition more, right? You're trusting your inner voice more. You're letting love guide you more, and you're feeling good about it. You're getting good luck from it, which is represented by this fish, because you're following your passions. So she is passionate. She's powerful. She's charismatic. I really feel like as far as the way you guys feel, this is a good month for you, right? Now, Spirit wants you to continue to focus on the things that you're working on, right? Continue to focus on these things that are fulfilling you, that are, successfully building, that are making you happy. But make sure you're not overdoing it. And I was going to think about, it's funny because I was thinking about that even with the Knight of Wands. Don't be wearing yourself out. All this wands. These are really aggressive. This is aggressive. So make sure you're just not wearing yourself out this month. Make sure you are taking the time to relax and rest when you need to. And I feel like you will be doing that when you need to, recoup, recalibrate, come back, meditate, whatever your routine is for kind of getting back into your zen or whatever. I really feel like you guys will be doing that, and make sure you are doing that when it's necessary, because I feel overall this is going to be a good month. You're going to be really juiced and excited about all these new great things to come. But the only worry is that you're not taking enough downtime. Okay. And I could easily see that happening because, again, Libras, like I said, we can lose our juice. We can be excited about something and lose our juice. And so sometimes we're excited about something. We just want to really make it a routine and get into it so that, so it doesn't go away or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sure you guys probably feel the same way. So sometimes we can overwork ourselves when we stumble upon an idea. We get, so just make sure you're taking the adequate time for you to rest for you. Now, romance angels, we got chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So someone may be coming in that you are feeling really attracted to, right? You may be, I really feel like Libras this month when they're out are going to be pretty desirable to a lot of different people. So, you may be just catching, catching little gazes and stuff from different directions. Like there may be people coming into your life that you feel like you've got some good chemistry with. And at the bottom of that deck was new love, right? A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So that's great. And you know why this is able to even happen? It's because you are using your words. You are communicating like the King of Swords. You're being very direct. No, you don't have to be a bitch. And yes, make sure you're not being manipulative in doing that. And sometimes we cross that fine line because sometimes Libras accidentally will manipulate someone without trying. It just comes so second nature for some Libras. Well, look, it just comes second nature. We're just like that with our wordplay. Feel me? But I feel like you being very direct in what you want, right? And going towards these things that feel good and focusing on building you up and focusing on doing you, then that's how that new love is going to come in. Like spirit will bring that in. But the thing is to focus on you right now and to be honest and impeccable with your word, even if that means saying something that's going to hurt someone's feelings. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be mean about it or say it mean. But Libras, a lot of times we'll keep secrets just because we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. I don't know if that's bad. I mean, I guess it kind of is. In all fairness, it is. It's not fair to anybody, right? So, you know, there's more than one ways to skin a cat. You don't have to tell somebody bad news in a bad way. But you do need to be honest, because Libra always expects that honesty back too, you know? So, easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything. All the doors will open for you. And that is pretty self-explanatory. It's about going with the flow and following your heart and following your voice. And that's how good things come into you. It's about staying in that good, happy sun energy. It's about staying in that happy, you know, just I'm good energy, that victory energy, that Four of Wands energy. Because whenever you feel good, you attract more good. It's like Deion Sanders always used to say, which is like my favorite thing to say, is when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you play good. When you play good, they pay good. And that is the realest shit ever, because I just think it speaks so highly. It just speaks to me so much because we're Libras and we obviously care about things, you know, beauty and all that kind of stuff. But it's a true statement. When you're feeling good, you only attract good. You can't attract good when you're feeling bad. It's just not how law of attraction works, right? So staying in that place of feeling good, whatever that means for you, and not worrying about how other people think about it, right? So bottom of this deck, emotional healing. As your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. Right? I think we got this. This is going to be a really good month, a really good start to the year. I actually feel like this year in general is going to be really good for Libras. I, for one, am excited. 2017 was a doozy. It wasn't bad, but it was a lot of lessons, and I'm just ready to apply everything that I've learned and push forward. I don't know about y'all. But thank you for checking out my channel. See you next month, right? Bye.